Hello everyone. Now, before you pass judgment, please, hear me out. My goal today is to simply inform those of you watching this about the nature of scientific literacy. Specifically, the nature of scientific literacy for primary school students. I'd like to remind you that not all scientists wear lab coats, drink copious amounts of coffee, and have crazy hair. Now, I'm wearing a rather nice shirt. I'm drinking Powerade, and yes, even though I might have strange hair, I feel just like the real scientists out there, who have real lives and still go to the footy on the weekend, just like you and I. So, let me start off by answering the core question. What is scientific literacy? Quite simply, it can be defined as our ability to use and apply scientific knowledge to come to conclusions that help us understand the world around us. Therefore, having said that, how do we, as prospective teachers, apply that notion of scientific literacy to our primary students? And herein lies the problem. How? Why? Let's start with how. Okay, the problem has been defined and the need for a solution is real. How can we help our primary students to become scientifically literate? Fortunately, science educators the world over have spent the last decade in an all-out assault on the problem, and a number of solutions are at hand. Our national science education standards emphasise the learning of concepts and principles through inquiry. At our specific target group, K to 6, they have created a number of far-sighted documents that serve as building blocks for new science curricula. These emphasise an inquiry-based approach in the context of concepts and principles rather than vocabulary and rote memorisation. Gradually, school systems around the country are retooling their science courses, while numerous programs at the local and state levels seek to retrain teachers in this new educational approach. Soon, educators hope our nation's students will demonstrate a richer appreciation of science than ever before. Now, what does all this mean? Aren't we allowed to drop 5 Mentos into a Diet Coke bottle and see what happens in the name of science? Of course. But it all comes down to the particular needs of your students. If you can incorporate this into your chosen area of study, such as physical phenomena, engage them in the lesson and cause them to ask questions rather than relying on material from the textbook, then how can it be wrong? And just in case you were wondering, there are lots of microscopic little holes on the surface of a Mentos that when the bubbles react with, when they meet, the pressure builds and you create this dramatic effect. Now, having said and done all this, we come to the second question I posed to you earlier on. Why? Is it really necessary for primary students to be scientifically literate? Are they really going to think back on what they learnt in primary school lessons and apply it to their current situation in life? Well, maybe they will, maybe they won't. I guess it really depends on what that situation is. However, who are we to deny them access to that knowledge? As teachers, why shouldn't we be informing them about the nature of science? What they choose to do with that knowledge is entirely up to them. However, it is vital that they at least hold that knowledge to begin with. And that, my friends, is our job. And just quietly, I don't think that's such a bad job to have. We live in an age of constant scientific discovery. Have a look at today's newspaper. Now flick through that paper and see if you can't find an article or comment on the issues shaping today's world. Now, as citizens of today's world, we need to form opinions about such issues if we are to fully participate in modern society. Scientific literacy helps us understand these issues. Therefore, for our students to fully participate in society, we need to inform them about current issues: global warming, cloning, genetic food, medical advances, the list goes on. In essence, it is vital that our students are scientifically literate in order to appreciate the world around them and subsequently make informed personal choices. Well, there you have it. Nothing extravagant, just my own thoughts and ideas for you to reflect on or discard as you please. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to view this video, and I wish you all the very best in the future with whatever it is you may be doing. As for me, I'm heading off to watch the game, and who knows, maybe I might bump into a few actual scientists while I'm at it.